Hey everybody, my name's Kyle and this is Track by Track, music reviews, news, and commentary. Fall is here, and that means the record labels are all gearing up for the annual tradition of releasing big batches of shiny new box sets and special editions just in time for holiday shopping. Along those same lines today, I'm going to engage in something that's also become a tradition here on Track by Track, and that's to share a preview with you of some of the highlights of the 2020 box set schedule. Speaking of traditions, I want to state right up front that I'm disappointed to see that the Beatles do not appear to be continuing their annual tradition of releasing a super deluxe edition of one of their albums. For the past 3 years, fans have been treated to lavish deluxe editions of classic albums, and we've fully expected to see a Let It Be deluxe edition in 2020. After all, this was the 50th anniversary of the album, and the new Get Back documentary was on the way as well. But when COVID ended up causing Disney to delay the film to August of 2021, fans started to wonder if the yet-to-be-announced box set wouldn't materialize until next year as well. As of this recording, there's still no word on a new Beatles box set for 2020, and as much as I hate to say it, I don't think one is coming. I'd love nothing more than to be wrong here, but this late in the year, the likelihood of a major Let It Be album re-release being announced is practically zero. Still, there's a lot of great stuff that is on the schedule for the next few months, including a solo Beatle box. In this video, I'll share a bunch of what I think are the most noteworthy box sets and special editions this season. As always, I'll include Amazon ordering links for everything I can down in the description. And by the way, I strongly encourage you to pre-order any of these you're interested in so you can take advantage of the Amazon pre-order price guarantee, which makes sure you get the lowest price between now and the final release date. I've saved a bunch of money that way, and you can too.
All right, before we dig into the upcoming releases, I want to highlight a few recent releases that you should also have on your radar if you don't already, starting with the new Goat's Head Soup Deluxe Edition from the Rolling Stones. This set is now available in multiple configurations on both vinyl and CD, all of which feature the so-called lost track Scarlet, featuring Led Zeppelin's Jimmy Page on guitar. And while we're on the subject of the Rolling Stones, there's also Steel Wheels Live, the latest CD plus DVD combo release in the ongoing From the Vault series. There's some great guest performances on this one too, including Eric Clapton and Axl Rose, so be sure to check this out. One of my favorite recent deluxe edition releases has to be this one for my all-time favorite Prince album. Sign o' the Times is available now in multiple configurations for both vinyl and CD fans. I picked up the 8 CD, 1 DVD edition from my collection, and you can check out my unboxing video elsewhere on this channel. If that's a bit too pricey for you, there's a couple more budget-friendly options with fewer discs that are also available. Speaking of lots of discs, box sets don't get much bigger than Distortion from Bob Mould. This 24-disc beast contains the entirety of Bob Mould's musical output from 1989 through 2019, including several discs of rare live shows and a collection of other hard-to-find and unreleased tracks as well. Finally, the last recent release I want to mention is Digging Deep, Subterranea, the new 2-disc solo anthology from Robert Plant. There's a great mix of music here, spanning his entire discography, including not just his hits, but a bunch of rare and unreleased tracks as well. If anything, I'm surprised there's only 2 discs in this set, but that also means it's one of the most affordable entries on this year's list. All right, moving on to upcoming releases, we have some great stuff scheduled for October 9th, including the long-awaited Super Deluxe edition of The Seeds of Love by Tears for Fears. This one is my favorite album from their discography, and I'm really looking forward to hearing the demos and rarities, and especially the new surround sound mix. This is an album that has long begged for a 5.1 release, so if you have a surround sound setup, be sure to check this one out. Also on October 9th, we'll see that solo Beatles release I teased earlier. Gimme Some Truth by John Lennon is a new multi-disc anthology of Lennon's greatest hits. What makes this set unique is that all of the music has been not just remastered, but remixed as well. The end result promises to be the most clear and revealing presentation of John Lennon's music we've ever heard. And by the way, there's a surround sound disc in the deluxe edition of this one as well. Wrapping up the October 9th batch of music is a new deluxe edition from The Replacements. Pleased to Meet Me follows in a similar format to last year's excellent Dead Man's Pop release, combining both a vinyl edition and a multi-disc CD edition into the same package. Lots of bang for your buck here, so don't miss this if you're a fan of these alt-rock icons. Moving on to October 16th, now we find what I think is going to be the biggest deluxe edition of the year, and that's Tom Petty's Wildflowers and All the Rest. The viewer response to this on my channel has been huge, and I'm honestly not surprised. There's quite a few different versions available for this release, and I've broken them all down in my buyer's guide video. Be sure to check that out before you buy. Also on October 16th is something you literally may have already seen. The Eagles Live from the Forum actually aired about a month ago on ESPN, believe it or not. Now the band is releasing the concert on multiple versions of both CD and vinyl, as well as combo packs including the video. Look for links to the various options in the description below. All right, earlier I talked about how COVID has caused delays in some movie and music releases, but let's not forget the tragic human losses the pandemic has caused, including the death of the legendary John Prine. On October 23rd, you can celebrate the singer-songwriter's legacy with Crooked Piece of Time, a 7-disc set centered around his Atlantic and Asylum releases spanning 1971 through 1980. When it comes to massive box sets, you may have thought the 24-disc Bob Mould collection mentioned earlier was as big as it gets, but King Crimson has that beat. The complete 1969 recordings box set packs an astonishing 26 discs, including CD, DVD, and Blu-ray, mainly centered around their legendary album In the Court of the Crimson King. Obviously, this one isn't for the casual fans, but the diehards will love the studio outtakes, live recordings, and surround sound mixes of this iconic music. Look for this one October 23rd. Moving on to the weekend of October 30th now, and this is a simply huge, huge day for deluxe editions and box sets. Let's kick things off with U2 and the new super deluxe edition of All That You Can't Leave Behind. Hard to believe we've reached the 20th anniversary of this album, and the band is honoring the occasion with multiple options for box sets and deluxe editions. Be sure to check out my buyer's guide video for this, because there are many choices available. The Grateful Dead are most legendary for their live shows, but least we forget their studio albums that started it all. This new 50th anniversary edition of American Beauty features that classic album fully remastered, along with, you guessed it, a previously unreleased live show. This one drops October 30th. Also on October 30th is the legendary Motorhead and a super deluxe edition of their equally legendary album, Ace of Spades. This set packs all the power you'd expect from these hard rock icons, including multiple discs of music, lots of rare live and unreleased material, a DVD with documentary and live footage, a surround sound mix, a 40-page book, and a selection of exclusive swag items. Everything is packed inside a Wild West-style dynamite box. Changing gears here, October 30th also brings the Joni Mitchell Archives, Volume 1, 1963 to 1967. This is a set many fans thought they'd never see, as Joni is famously reluctant to revisit her archives and has resisted this kind of release in the past. But here we are with Volume 1, which is practically a promise that more archival releases are on the way. Wrapping up October, we've got a new 12-inch singles collection from the new Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, Depeche Mode. Songs of Faith and Devotion compiles 8 of the band's singles from that album into this beautifully packaged box set, scheduled for release on October 30th. Kicking off the month of November, on the 6th, we have multiple Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee, Neil Young with Crazy Horse and Return to Greendale. This live set from 2003 is available in multiple formats, including CD and vinyl, along with Blu-ray video of the show and additional documentary footage. Also on November 6th comes a new deluxe edition from indie rock legends Wilco. Summer Teeth gets the expanded treatment on this multi-CD or multi-LP set, but be sure to look at your options carefully. The contents of the CD and vinyl editions are not the same, so that may affect which one, or both, you may want to buy. We've got one more box set scheduled for November 6th, and it's one that was literally just announced today as I was preparing this video. Elvis Costello is beginning a new dive into his back catalog, starting with a super deluxe edition of his third studio album. The complete Armed Forces is an impressive collection of 12, 10, and 7-inch vinyl platters that Costello fans are sure to go nuts for. CD fans, however, appear to be out of luck. What gives, Elvis? On now to November 13th, which promises to be a big day for Elton John fans with the release of his massive career-spanning collection called Jewel Box. This 8-CD set is packed with literally a half-century worth of music. For vinyl fans, there's multiple themed versions available as well, breaking the music up into smaller sets. Check out the links below for all the details. Also on November 13th is the long-delayed deluxe edition of the Cranberries' 1994 album, No Need to Argue. This was originally expected to be released several months earlier, but ended up getting pushed to November due to COVID. This set features the remastered album along with a second disc of B-sides and previously unreleased tracks. Friday, November 20th, is the final new music release weekend before Black Friday, and we've got several noteworthy releases scheduled for that date. Let's start out with 90s singer-songwriter Jewel and her breakthrough debut album, Pieces of You. Her 25th anniversary edition of this hit album packs 4 discs with a remastered album, B-sides and rarities, demos and outtakes, and more. She may not be a one-name artist, but one name says it all. Aretha is an all-new 4-disc career-spanning collection of music by the one and only Aretha Franklin. You'll get all the hits completely remastered, plus demos, rarities, live tracks, and alternate versions of some of her best-known songs that will make you feel like you're hearing them all for the first time all over again. Look for this set on November 20th. On that same date comes Live in Maui from the Jimi Hendrix Experience. This show was both legendary and notorious, and it's surprising it has taken this long for it to get an official release. This one is available in both vinyl and CD editions, both of which include the Blu-ray video of the concert as well as documentary footage, a must-have for Hendrix fans. On last year's edition of the box set preview, we saw Pink Floyd, The Later Years, and this year we see part of that massive set once again, only now broken out on its own. The Delicate Sound of Thunder is available in multiple formats, including CD, vinyl, DVD, Blu-ray, and a CD plus DVD and Blu-ray combo pack. If you have the later years already, there's nothing new to be found in this release. But if last year's big box was beyond your budget, this set could be a must-have when it drops on November 20th. Now, most years, the release schedule pretty much ends with November and Black Friday, but this year, Amy Winehouse fans can look forward to not one, but 2 late 2020 arrivals. First, there's Amy Winehouse, The Collection, a new 5-CD set that compiles her studio albums along with remixes and live tracks into a comprehensive career overview of this talented singer that was gone far too soon. Then there's 12x7, a beautifully packaged collection of a dozen of Winehouse's 7-inch vinyl singles. Both this and the CD collection are scheduled for release on December 4th.
So there you go, tons and tons of great new box sets and deluxe editions on tap for these last few months of 2020. There's definitely a few I'm excited about, including sets from Tears for Fears and U2, both of which I've already got on pre-order. And as I said before, you should definitely consider the pre-order option if you want to save as much money as possible with Amazon's pre-order price guarantee. You can find links to almost all of the releases mentioned in this video down in the description below. Once again, my name's Kyle, and this has been Track by Track. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Plus, be sure to check out some of these other videos below that I think you might also enjoy. And of course, be sure to click subscribe, because true music fans always want new releases the day they come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.